Good evening, everybody. Can everybody hear me? How's everybody this evening? Welcome to the stream. It's Thursday night again. Let's see who we've got in the house tonight. We have Dinmore Junction. How you doing? Leslie, Ewan, Mark from Hemel. Who else we got? We've got Thomas. How you doing? Good evening to you. Peter, how you doing? Hi Jerry, good evening. And Tom Houston, how you doing? Hope everyone's keeping well. And I'm just going to say yes, you can hear me fine. That's good. Check the internet speed this evening. It seems to have a good, really good speed this evening, so hopefully we shouldn't have too much trouble with the cameras. Although my trains didn't want to play ball, I just tried to get them going and nothing happened. So let's just rebooted. So let's just see if we can get them going. Where are we? Oh, there we go. One's on the move. Let's get the rest of them going. So we've got the Murphy's 121 class going around tonight with some coaches that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. The Queen of Scots coaches. Find them on eBay for a tenner, so I snapped them up. And we'll get the A class going. Steam engine going as well, and finally the Intercity 47. That's a bit too fast. That'll derail at that speed. Let's get about there. Right, here we go. Hi Joseph Holland, you're watching on Facebook there. I'll post the link to YouTube if you want to come over and join us on YouTube. There's a few more of us over here. Actually, I just posted that on YouTube and not on Facebook. Bear with me a second. Oops, so I pressed on there so I could copy it. Hi Anthony, how you doing? Hi Carl, how you doing? You not in the pub having a few pints? Carl came up to the museum there to see me today. He's staying in Sligo for a few days. So I gave him a tour of the museum and we chatted about trains for an hour. Okay, Joseph, you're going to come on as, is it Model Signal Box? If you look up Donegal Dad on YouTube, Donegal Dad Rail, you'll come across us. Hi Digger, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while, hope you're keeping well, sir. Now, have I got everything going? Right, you can see I've got the camera over the workbench. I need to make up some little grass tufts, so I'll do that tonight when you guys are watching. I've also sorry, got something on the track. I'm running something on the lower level, my class 37. Anyway, I threw this together. It's supposed to be a billboard. The whole idea is that I will place it on the track somewhere so you can see it, and there I'll have a list of my channel members, and I'll build another billboard for another camera and have like a different YouTube channel on it every week. So we'll paint that up tonight as well. I just see Andy pop in. Hi Andy, how you doing? Is there anyone else who popped in I missed? If I did, hello, welcome to the stream. Last week we were having all troubles with shorts. It was this point over here again. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's the point. I think it's the solenoid motor, because I've got the Gauge Master solenoid motors with the priority switch on it for the frog, and I think sometimes it just seems to short out. So I don't know if anybody else uses them, have the same sort of problems. So there's a lucky got a bad batch. More than likely it's my fitting of them that's causing the issue. So actually, how is the sound coming through, guys? I want to check that I am actually on my radio mic. Okay, yeah, it seems to be going through on the radio mic, I think, so let me know if the sound drops off or whatever. Right, let's sit down on the bench. First thing I'm going to do, find some paint, just give this a bit of a coat of black, I think. This is a base coat, and then I might do the frames white. Hi Kieran, how you doing? So, what's everyone been up to? Actually, I was spending a bit of a time out here over the weekend, trying to sort out the problems with the shorts from last Thursday. Done a bit of tidying up. Done some tidying up, packed away a few bits and pieces that were just lying out, so I thought, right, no, let's sort this out. That's how you lose pieces and things get broken. Usual amount of projects that you start and you don't finish. Hi Hot Dog Andy, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well, sir. Well, I guess we're going to give this a quick coat. I know you can get these on scale model scenery and that sort of thing, but I just want to come out here and build something. This is the first one, my prototype if you like, so what I've learned from this one I'll take into the next one that I build. So the idea is that I can print things off and slot them down in front there, so each week I can have a channel of the week if you like, that put one of you guys up in there every week. So spread the word around a bit. While I'm doing this, I'm not keeping an eye on the chat because I've Can't do two things at once. Oh, so you can only just hear me? Right, hang on a minute. I thought that was the case. I thought it was going through the... right, I'm just going to mute everything a minute, guys, and then hopefully I'll come back. Testing 1, 2, 3. Everybody hear me better now? Is it coming through loud and clear? Is that better, guys? Can you hear me now? Back down at the desk. Hopefully that'll be better now. I should be on the radio mic. There's always some sort of technical problem. Let's change the settings. Go to audio. Right. Is that better now? Is that working better? Hi Bernie, how you doing? It wouldn't be one of my Thursday live streams without some sort of technical hitch. You'd think I'd know what I'm doing by now. Oh. That needs a bit more glue. Right, so I hope everyone can hear me better now. So glue that leg back in place. Give that a light coat on the inside. I know it won't be seen, but it's just to tone it down a wee bit. Sound okay now? Great, thanks Jerry. Yeah, it seems to be one thing with StreamYard is you set the mic you want to use and then it'll just go, nah, do you know what? We'll use this mic instead, which will be one of the mics on the cameras, which is away from me instead of my radio mic, which is right here. Right, let's leave that to dry. Yeah, I think I got more paint on my hands than I did on the actual billboard. Right, let's make some grass tufts. Unfortunately, I have no video ready for tomorrow. I've started work on the pedigree layout, painting the rock face. You know, something that should take a few hours, but you're just constantly busy in the museum. I need to go in there in an evening, but the trouble is, this time of year now, it's too cold to go and sit in a wagon doing work like that. Okay, Thomas, take care. We'll catch you again. So, here I've got some metal trays. These are old baking trays. And I got some parchment paper, greaseproof paper, whatever you want to call it. And just, that's one sheet. Just line the trays with it. Couldn't be simpler. And then we'll get some PVA glue. Right, so put them to one side. I'll do one tray at a time. I'll get me glue. Poundland glue. Every time I go there I pick up a couple of bottles, although it has been in the last couple of times I've been there. There's all my little... Oh, that's right, I took them all into the railway so I could paint in there. So that's where all my little tubs are. Right. There's an old bottle, that'll do, cut that up. Yeah, that's the whole idea of using the metal trays, Peter, is you can put the clip onto the tray and then work with the static grass. It does work, I've done it before. You can guarantee now that you guys are watching live, it won't work. There we go. Decant my glue into. This is just straight PVA, no water, no nothing. Get a paintbrush or a cocktail stick or whatever you fancy. And just put blobs on. And just vary the size of the blobs, little ones, big ones, for different size tufts. Everyone see this alright, or do you want me to put it on single screen? And here's what I made here. I should have some here that I'm made earlier. Because of course, to do the static grass now, you have to leave it to dry overnight. It's just I never seem to have enough of these. So, so I got 3 trays out tonight. These trays are quite handy, I use them quite a lot. Another handy use for these trays is if you're drilling into your baseboard and you've got something underneath, put the tray underneath where you're drilling so all the sawdust falls into it. So you don't get dust and dirt on your track on the lower level. Just remember that you have your track powered off, otherwise a metal tray will short the whole lot out. I haven't seen Flymo tonight. Is he popped in? Yeah. That's true, Leslie. Hope the little plastic animals don't nibble on the little plastic bits of grass. Right, we got for now. Excuse me. Oh, where did I... Oh, there it is. I'll use my big static grass applicator for this. I'm going to make a mix-up of some different 4 mils. We've got 4 mil dead grass, 4 mil summer spring, that looks like a nice mixture of stuff there. I'll just put some and get your grass. These little Chinese takeaway tubs are really handy for this, for putting it in and storing it in. Hi Connor, how you doing? What am I going to do with the Deltic I won last week? Well, when it gets here, I've found a chip. I got a chip sitting here waiting to go into it. I'll be running it on the layout. Right, put the grass in. I don't think there's going to be enough in there, but I'll use that up first, where I make some more up. There we go. Hey! Oh, there's a little jolt from that. So, here we go. Now, if you've seen any of my static grass videos, you know that I say static grass depends on the ambient conditions, how damp or dry it is, temperature. So sometimes I find you attach the grinding clip and it won't work, so you need to take it off. So we'll just give it a go with the grinding clip attached. See how it goes. The great thing about doing it in these trays is the excess you can gather in the tray and put it back in again. And just run it over, helps everything stand up. Right. Tilt it on the side. And voila! Some grass tufts. Oh, hey Robert, how you doing? So, not particularly happy with the colour of those. They look a bit too... not the effect I was going for. I'll put them up on one side, and I think what I might try next time is just 4mm summer grass. So first things first, how do I switch that off? Because I have took this off and stuck my finger in there with the thing still being on. So the excess all gathers in the tray, and you can just put it back in to use it again. Donegal on damper, yeah, pretty much so. It was horrible here today. Yeah, that's what I do once they're dry, Peter, is then I cut them into strips, get different colours, paint a little bit of glue on there, turn them upside down, dip them into the colours. Hi Tim, how you doing? Everybody should be checking out, I'm sure you already have, Tim's videos. It's good to see him doing videos again. And I must say, Tim, in your videos you seem to have a great pep in your step. You seem very enthusiastic, and it was good to see. I actually really enjoyed sitting down watching you. And you've come over to the dark side, you've come over to 00 gauge. Oh, the Cosrail going around the lower level? Yes, that is a... Actually, let's slow her down a wee bit, because she does seem to be going a bit, quite a pace. That is the Hornby TTS Railroad Range Class 37. And there you get a wonderful view of my wiring underneath. This is a lesson on how not to do it. Oh, well, that's just a blur going past on that camera. Maybe if I put it over there so you get again, another fine example of wiring. Are you on about the WWS stuff, the layering spray in the spray bottle, that stuff? I don't find that very good. The aerosol now layering spray is excellent. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Anthony. I meant to comment when you put that up earlier. I seen it on Facebook that you weren't feeling the best. Yeah, it's funny how you can be fine and then you get like a 24-hour cold flu type thing that just knocks you for absolute six. Of course, being a bloke, you don't get any sympathy. You just go, oh, that's man flu. So anybody who's just joined, I'm doing some grass tufts tonight to go on the layout in the railway. So this is just a old metal baking tray with greaseproof paper or parchment paper cut to fit the tray, and I'm using just cheap PVA glue I got from Poundland, and I'm just putting blobs of it on the paper. If we have enough time, I might make a few seafoam trees as well and bushes. So I need a load of them as well. So I'm just using a paintbrush here just to dab on blobs of glue. And then I'm going to dig out some 4mm grass and sprinkle it on. Work on it and trace it. Yeah. Yeah, I think the last time I was really sick was in 2020, where I came back from Lanzarote holiday, which was a disaster, but that's a different story. And I got back and I was so ill. This was in the January of 2020. And we all knew what happened a couple of months later, so I reckon I might have had it then and before it was even a thing. And that put me on my ass, so to speak, and I was in bed for about 4 or 5 days, just could not move. And it took me about 2 weeks to recover. If you want some of these old baking trays, like if you don't have any, they can be quite cheap to buy sort of new in Asda, those sort of places, or the pound shops or that sort of thing. Or quite often you can pick them up in like second-hand shops, charity shops, car boot sales. Or it doesn't even have to be a baking tray, it can be any sort of metal tray. Even if you had a metal plate, it's just handy that you can shake off all the excess grass and reuse it. Right, you see I've fitted a few more on this one. The important thing is to have a good sort of blob of glue, so it's almost a little dome shape. Right, there we go. I'll put that over here so that can fall over and glue something together. Right, finely box with 4mm, 7mm, 12mm. Oh, safety glasses on the track. 2mm ballast. Nope, that's got all my flour stuff in it. Oh, it's over here, right in the end. Oh, disaster. Oops. See, this is why you shouldn't do anything when your trains are running, because you will drop things on the track, and this is how things get broken. And you also shouldn't do it when you're live online and you've got people watching. Right, I think we're good to go. Yes. Right, I haven't been keeping an eye on the chat, so I hope nobody's asked me any questions. If you have, stick them up again and I'll catch them. Oh, look what we got. Who we got? Leslie, can you take care of that, please? Oh, and after all that, there isn't any 4mm in the box. Hi, Tim. Thanks for sorting that out. Yeah, I have heard, I've seen someone put the comment there that this year's flu is supposed to be a doozy. Hey, now I dropped the camera. Hey, it's swinging around the place. Sorry about that, guys. Spring 4mm. Let's just take this over to the desk, have a root around. 4mm dead, 4mm. I don't know, that looks. Alright, let's go with the 4mm spring. So I need my little debowler. Probably should have got the static grass ready before I put the glue in. That's going to be developing a hard skin on it. I do find the WWS static grass is the best. It seems to be the right sort of scale. I have got some of the woodland scenic static grass, and that's the fibres and that seem to be a lot thicker and don't seem to stand up as well. Yeah, that could be true, Anthony. I always find the beginning of term here, when the kids will go back to after their summer holidays in September, you can guarantee that a week or two later, half the school is out with all sorts of bugs. I think it's just they all go back together, all the bugs mix in. Right, here we go. 4mm. Attach the clip. Switch it on, shake it up a little bit, and then watch the magic happen. So then we'll just shake it all over, and you just want to run the static grass applicator over it so it pulls all the grass up so it stays pointing up. You want to hold it like about an inch, maybe 2 inches off the top. And pour the excess away. And there you go. Well, again, put that over to the side, let that dry overnight. Switch that off, yes. Yeah, I was just wondering that, Jerry. Has anybody heard anything from Flymo? Because usually he's here. I hope he is okay. So it's not like him to miss a stream. Yeah, the debowler. Now I watched one of W.W. Smith's videos, and he said it is a bit of their problem that they're trying to sort out. It's to do with humidity, and that when you get some of their stuff where it clumps into balls. So then they made this up. You can see it's got various holes in the bottom, and you just put it in, shake it side to side, and gradually it gets rid of the balls, breaks it all up. So hopefully now they'll sort out their bagging process and it won't happen as much. There's a little bit of static grass there. But I do find their fibres, in fact if I show you, like I've got this Woodland Scenic stuff. To be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know whether the Woodland Scenic stuff would work better in there. If you can see, let me put this on single screen so you can see it. can see those fibres there. Put them into my pan on my hand. They're a lot bigger and thicker. Then you see that there's a slight difference there. The Woodland Scenic stuff is a lot finer and doesn't look as plasticky. If that makes sense. Yeah, that'd be an idea. We all got loads of those little packs in. To buy a helix from. I'm sure you do, Anthony. Who did Charlie Chadwick? Who did he get hit to make his helix? Is it DC Automation? Is it them? Is that the name of the crowd he uses? I can't remember who it is. I have made a helix before, and I made it out of, well, my first mistake was to make it out of MDF, which went all saggy and horrible and fell apart. But if I was making it again, I would probably make it out of 9mm ply. Just get a sheet and cut as many 45-degree circle bits out of that as I could, and then okay, Bernie, we'll catch you on your stream in a minute. Bernie will be going live in 12 minutes. So, this evening's gone fast. Yeah, I would probably make mine myself. Just get a, hi George, White Walls, how you doing? Yeah, just get a sheet of ply, cut as many curves out of it as you can. Don't cut one big circle because you waste a load of ply. Do 45 degrees and have a go at making my own. Like if I couldn't really have a helix in this room. There's not enough space. It would take up half the room having two helixes. Anyway, let's do this final one. Let me just see, have I got any grass tufts? Some that I made earlier. Yeah, there you can see some I made earlier. You see how when you do a big lodge, it doesn't really work that well. It's too big. You need to keep them small or make them in strips. And then there's some with a few flowers on them. So what I've seen, is it Scale Model Scenery or WWS? They had their tufts, and something I hadn't actually think of doing is on their tufts they had different coloured flowers. I thought, it's so simple, why didn't I think of doing that? Because it looks so effective, instead of having just one tuft with the one colour. Well, that's really, George, what I sort of done with my ramp that goes down. Let's put back on some screens again. Is like you can see here, where are we? There, where it goes down. It basically goes down and goes all the way around underneath, obviously, to get down to this level about here. And it gives you a 1 in 59 gradient, I think, and most things can go up and down it. Anyway, I'm gonna make another sheet. Now they've actually found those and realised I had a few there already, though I didn't need to make as many, but I can put them in a box and keep them because it'll always come in handy. And yeah, I seen John's train lift, and somebody put a video up recently on how they made their train lift. Who was it? I don't think it was John. It was somebody. I think it was an American railroader. Anyway, let's do this again. This is one of these sort of slightly boring and a bit monotonous jobs. That's, you know, great to do while you're watching a YouTube video. But what tends to happen is, because I've got the TV up there, is I end up staring, watching the TV, instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing on the desk. Yes, I'm getting a little bit hungry. I think I might go in to watch Bernie's stream and make myself a bacon sandwich. So this will give me plenty of tufts to go and do the rock face on the Pedigo layout. I also need to make some more trees, but I think we're getting a school coming in next week. They want to do some projects around, so I might actually do a session with them, depending on how old they are. I'm not sure the age group yet, and actually get them to make seafoam trees, or show them how to make them, and get them to make them up, and they can go onto the layout. Because then they can have their trees on the layout, and then they have to bring back their parents to go, oh, come and see my tree, I made that tree, it's on the layout. Can we go and see my tree, Daddy? Because this time of year we need all the visitors we can get. Hi Clive, how's it going? Child labour. No, it's inspiring the next generation. Teaching them skills they didn't know they needed. You know, I probably should just put this glue in a syringe and just do little blobs that way. It might be easier. Yeah, I wish I didn't think of that bacon sandwich now. That's all I can think of. So anybody who's joined in again, wondering what I'm doing, making tufts of grass. This is an old metal baking tray, some grease-proof parchment paper, cut to fit in the tray, just blobs of cheap PVA glue. And then we're going to use some 4mm grass. I think it was spring grass I was using. And use the static grass applicator to sprinkle it on. So I'll try and get this done before I shut down the stream, so everybody can head over to Bernie's. I don't know if one of the mods on there can put up the link to Bernie's stream, which starts at 8:30. Right, so we got there 4mm. Oh, I just shook a load over myself. Spring 4mm, that's what I'm using. Attach the clip. Shake it up a wee bit. And start applying. So holding it about 1 inch off. Shake it over. I've said before on my static grass videos, static grassing depends on the ambient conditions as well, so humidity, temperature. So you might find that sometimes it just doesn't seem to work for whatever reason. And it can be nothing you're doing wrong, it can just be the ambient conditions. Sometimes I find you don't need the grounding clip, you can take that away. And just running it over, getting all the grass to stick up. Remember to switch it off. And then you can shake off the excess into the tray where you can save it and use it again later. And there's some more grass tufts. So I got plenty. Let them dry overnight. And then I can put some colour on them tomorrow or over the weekend. And when we do it tomorrow, I've got to go take my daughter to have a look around the college tomorrow. So I'll be doing that all day. Saturday I'm doing something else, maybe Sunday. Yeah, I've tried mixing all sorts of grass, Tom. Have you want to stick a link to the Facebook page in the chat there, Tim? Hi Lee, how you doing? So let's clean this out. It's always good to, when you finish the static grass applicator, clean it out, because you'll think, oh, I remember what grass is in there. And you go back and look at it and you go, oh, was that 6mm? Was that 4mm? There we go. And remember, if you're not going to use it for a while, take the battery out so it doesn't leak and destroy it on you. Right, that's my static grass. Right, I think the link's up there for Tim's Facebook page. Everyone click on that and drink and join. And link for Bernie's stream is up there as well, because I'm going to call it a day there. Oh, did that camera move? I've just noticed that the one over the layer is sort of gone pointing up at the ceiling. Did it work using the longer grass? It wasn't very effective. What's easier to do is to do one layer at a time, and then if you use a layering spray to go back over them. But the problem with that is when you do the layering spray, it sticks to everything. I do have these here. You can see that's long grass. I think that's like an inch or 2 inches long. And what I do is I glue the base fit together with a blob of glue, and then I can trim them down, and then I put colours on here for flowers, and then I stick them in the middle of the tufts. So anyway, yeah, the camera did fall. Right, I didn't realise that. Okay guys, I will catch you all next week. And Bernie's already started, so everyone get over there and I'll catch you over there. Take care everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye.